Everyone, welcome back to my channel. So it's been a little while since I've actually spoken to you guys live, so I created a soft sort of everyday glam look for you guys. For those of you who like to wear a little more than the average shiv on a daily basis. So sometimes I like to kind of glam up for school and work and just like going out and doing errands just cause. So if you guys want to know how to get this soft glam look, just keep watching, and all my social media will be in the description box below. So please subscribe, like, share, and follow my social media if you guys want to know what I'm up to. Anyways, let's get started. So I'm going to start off with my Caudalie grapeseed water to just freshen up my face before I put any sort of heavy products over it. It really wakes up the skin. For foundation, I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless and my NARS Sheer Glow in Punjab. And I'm just going to mix the two together to get my proper skin tone and also to give me some good medium to full coverage for this look. I'm just really obsessed with medium to full coverage. You can do whatever coverage you like, but this is what I prefer on a day-to-day basis. And I'm just going to blend it with a damp beauty blender or beauty sponge, whatever you guys like to call it. Mine's by Real Techniques. And I definitely need a new one. So it's got permanent stains in it and it's slightly ripping. If you guys have any suggestions on really good affordable beauty blenders, let me know down below. I'm going to go in with my NARS Creamy Concealer in Custard, and I'm just going to conceal my eyelids first because I'm going to be working on my eyes first. So I'm just concealing them to even out to my skin tone, kind of like a primer before I get going on my eyeshadows. I'm using a muted taupe color for the transition shade, and I'm going to be using my NYX crease blending brush in order to get that transition going. And I'm just literally applying this on the crease. Super easy. You can use any sort of color that you like that is close to the shade. It doesn't have to be exact. It's just a really good basic shade to start your transition shades with. And I'm just applying this in layers until I get the proper consistency that I like and proper color that I like on my eyelids. Next, I'm going to go in with a cool tone shimmery brown color. It's not too intense. This is from my Bobbi Brown palette, so they're not very heavily pigmented. And I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques crease brush. It's a little more of a contoured brush. So this is what's going to give me a little bit of a cut crease look almost. It's just going to really define the crease area a little more, just so we can definitely tell the difference between the main part of the lid and the crease. I like to define my crease a bit because I am trying to go for almost like a cut crease look. It's not going to be exact, but it also just really blends well with the taupe. Now I'm going to go in with the color Heaven on the top left hand corner, and I'm going to be using a fluffy brush just to pat this on the main part of our eyelids, and this is what's going to separate the two colors. And it's really what's going to give that cut crease sort of look. Again, not exact, but I just kind of wanted to go for that as being something different, and it really looks good with eyeliner. So I'm just kind of retouching where I accidentally placed a little too much Heaven on, so I'm just going to differentiate the eyelid space here and just replace the brown color that we used before. And I'm going to go in with my Inglot 77 eyeliner. And I really don't do eyeliner too well on camera. I really need a full mirror in front of me, so I'm going to try to do this in short increments. But I really like to take my time with this. I like to do little strokes right by the lash line to get started. And then I tend to draw the base of the wing out and pull back to create the actual wing. So I don't do the full sort of spiel in this video exactly, but it is something that's time consuming, so I like to kind of just do bits of it and then just kind of finish it off in the bathroom where I have a full-length mirror. So eventually I'll do a proper eyeliner tutorial for you guys, but when I'm most comfortable doing it in my space. To fix up my brows, I'm going in with my NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and I believe the color is Espresso. I'm not 100% sure though, but it is a dark brown. I'm just going to use the spoolie end to comb out my brows and make sure all the hairs are in place, and then using the pencil side to fill it in. So I kind of just draw out the shape of my brow, making sure that the arch is really nicely filled in and blah blah blah. You get the spiel. I don't do too much of it. I just tend to fill in little gaps that are missing out of my eyebrows because they are very thick, as you guys have noted. Going back with my NARS Creamy Concealer, I'm going to conceal under my eyes. I'm going to conceal on the bridge of my nose, my forehead, my cupid's bow, and just any slight blemishes. It's really sad that I'm running out of concealer. It's pretty much like my worst fear is rebuying concealer. And then using my beauty blender, I'm just going to pat that in place and make it look very, very airbrushed, as it's my favorite tool to use on my face. And then going in with my Ofra banana powder. I am obsessed with this banana powder and it's super affordable. So I'm just going to put the places where I place my concealer, and I'm not really going to bake because I notice baking on my skin just gets kind of cakey. I don't know about you guys, but it's just not something I'm a fan of. So I'm just placing it there and then just kind of rubbing off the excess right away-ish. It just makes my skin look a lot better than what I would do when I bake. But whatever you prefer, you guys can do. I'm going to go in with my Ofra bronzer. This is kind of like a multi-purpose bronzer. It's good on every skin tone. And I'm just applying this where I usually apply my bronzer, and I'm making it look like an all-over bronze, so it's not a super contoured look, as this is a soft, simple, everyday glam look. Just putting on bronzer in the right areas really, really does make a big difference on the face. For highlighter, I'm going to go in with my Becca highlighter in Opal. Look how beautiful that is, and I'm going to apply this on my cheekbones, just above my cheekbones, and on the bridge of my nose, cupid's bow, things like that. As you can see, Opal is a bit lighter than Champagne Pop. It's actually very, very cool toned. But I really, really like it against my skin tone right now, and I know in the winter it'll still really, really look good on lighter skin as well. So if there's a highlighter that you really like that's on the market right now, please feel free to let me know in the description box below, as I'm always looking. For blush, I'm going in with my NYX blush in Mauve, and I don't know how you say that, mauve, everyone's got a different way of saying it, and I'm just applying this lightly on my cheeks, as these blushes are very, very pigmented, so I like lightly tap that on my cheeks, otherwise it freaks me out when I have way too much blush on my cheeks. And before I forget, I'm just going back in with that taupe color mixed with the brown color that we used before, and just applying that on my lower lash line. I'm going to take my Jason Wu for Caudalie Beauty Elixir that shall be on the market soon, and I'm going to use that to make my skin look a little more dewy, a little more glowy, and it also kind of acts like a setting spray, and it's absolutely amazing in smell, so definitely recommend Beauty Elixirs, guys. For mascara, I'm just going to be using my everyday Maybelline mascara that I really, really love. You guys can use whatever you prefer. If you have any other suggestions of new mascaras on the market, let me know. I just really, really want to try new products now. I'm in that sort of phase of makeup. So I'm just applying 2 coats to my upper and lower lash line, just because I don't want to wear falsies. It's such a hassle to wear falsies sometimes. And then taking my NYX retractable lip liner in Sand Beige, I'm going to line my lips and fill them in. These lip liners are a little bit tacky and tricky, so make sure your lips are moisturized before you apply these. Otherwise, they're really, really good lipsticks and lip liners. And that is the completed look. If you guys really liked this video, feel free to follow me on my social media in the description box below. I also have recent videos that I've made down below if you want to catch up on those. And I will be seeing you guys very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!